Friends, we are living in a time of uncertainty. And in times of uncertainty, we need art. In times of uncertainty, we need artists. And so it is such a joy to be joined by so many amazing artists today. From the choir, Philip, Sonia, and this amazing group of string players. And ya to you all. And with that, it is especially a gift today to reintroduce my friends Pierre Fulford and Abraham Westlund, both insightful and talented artists who joined me for a sermon last November. Pierre is a spoken word poet, and Abraham is a piano-playing poet, and they are both wonderful humans, and it is a joy to have them back here with us.
I can see it now, though it's just out of reach. And if you give me your hand, I'll help you to your feet. And I know that we'll make it home. See you standing there, off in the distance. Come home. I know it seems twisted, my view of you. God, you told me you're present, even when I can't see you. But faith, I'm losing hope that you'll ever This world will not listen. They just cast all their stones. So please don't leave us, and please don't go. We try to be strong, God. Speak your truths, not withhold.
We are living in a time of uncertainty. Granted, every time is a time of uncertainty because the future is always unknown, but some moments carry the weight of uncertainty more heavily than others. And it seems that we are in one of those moments. Uncertainty is uncomfortable. And when we feel uncertain, we often try to control. And attempts to control are divisive. And so the poet begins.
Welcome to the divided states of America. We're here, we take our division very serious. Dare we say it is our most valued foundational practice, over centuries perfected until here. Now a day so divided. Once a discovery, now a certainty. At the ballot, individual preference is all one sees. One who represents a party over here at odds with another one who represents a party over there. Check the dance floor. Right in the middle, a polis who believes their vote will unite them. Oh, but on the contrary, take what matters to the heart. Watch them tear themselves apart. Pick any issue or cause to begin with, then witness enemies spawn where there once was friendship.
When we feel uncertain, we often try to control. We try to control the things around us that we think we have control over. We may try to control narratives or ideas, ourselves or others. These attempts at control are divisive, destructive, and settle us into binaries, polarizations, and tribalism. Control might give the illusion of unity, but it creates splinters and factions and brokenness.
Horse powered by our convictions. Pick a side, enjoy the ride. Final destination, a grand emotional collision. Perspectives piled up. What a wreckage. And no life insurance can cover the deadening tension that now spoils our family Sunday dinner. When polls become pulpits whose sermon is true, Jesus. Even our picture of God isn't immune. Is he on the cross or on the fence? All depends on which party controls the view. Look, there's a line in the sand. But is this the one Jesus truly drew?
There is a story in the biblical book of John. Jesus is teaching, and some authorities bring in a woman who had been caught in the act of adultery. And to be clear, just the woman, not the man. The punishment for this crime was to be stoned to death. And again, just the woman, not the man. It is an old and deadly story that patriarchal systems continually claim control over women's bodies. This was a trap being set for Jesus so that he would say the wrong thing. So, Jesus bent down and wrote something in the dirt. He straightened up and said, "The sinless one among you, go first. Throw the stone." Then he went back down and wrote some more. Then the authorities slowly walked away, leaving the woman alone with Jesus. He stood up and spoke to her. "Does no one condemn you?" "No one," she said. "Neither do I," said Jesus. "Go on your way."
Election time to show division is what our hearts truly choose. Turn on the news and pick a crew. Depending on the lens, it's all the rules. From parties to pitiful houses and citing, the fires are rising and no one to fight it because everyone's fighting. The camera caught a child crying. Whoop-de-doo. Nah, what would Jesus do? As an immigrant living in our divided states, more an alien depending on the party's case, but still a lover of all, you can see it in his face. Denying none a hand, his scars a cause to contemplate how power to genuinely care unbound to elective fate, provoking this ask. In light of these our divided states, what if we, the elect, united in faith, showing the White House how God's house throws a party where everyone's invited to enjoy the lamb. If you're vegan, sorry. That child is now crying tears of joy. Too much light for the camera to capture. Some things you just gotta feel like the very first time you held your favorite toy. Remember, this our Jesus party demands we show up as children. And our type of play may not erase the reality of our divided states, but it may change the type of tears that stream down the child's face. And that's the type of party we need today anyway.
This is why we need artists. Many years ago, a theater artist mentor of mine a professor at St. Olaf, told me that art is a way to tilt the world so we can see it differently. Or, better said by Pablo Picasso, we all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth, and we need artists so we could detach ourselves from the desire for control and instead hold uncertainty. We need someone to ask us which type of party we are invited to. Which party gives us love and joy? No political party is God's party. Love, justice, compassion, interconnectedness, forgiveness, and joy are the invitation. Art is not real. It is an invention. The tilting of the world is not the fact of the world. Art is a vehicle for meaning making and truth finding, a creative manufacture that points towards truth. Picasso's self-portraits of himself were not actually him, but rather an increasingly symbolic, creative act looking less like a mirror image and more centered on some sort of truth about himself. We need art. We need artists. We need to use their gifts to carry all of this uncertainty.
I cry out to you with no reply. This world is so broken that it's hard to see light. Now this country is shattered. All we see is divides. How can we rise above it? We must destroy the devil's lies. So please don't leave us, and please don't go. This world will not listen. They just cast all their stones. So please don't leave us, and please don't go. We'll try to be strong, God. Speak your truths, not withhold.
The wisdom of Brené Brown says this: I spent a lot of years trying to outrun or outsmart vulnerability by making things certain and definite, black and white, good and bad. My inability to lean into the discomfort of vulnerability limited the fullness of those important experiences that are wrought with uncertainty, love, belonging, trust, joy, and creativity, to name a few. Jesus wrote something in the dirt. We have no idea what it was, and we will never know. Hand in hand with that uncertainty, we also know that Jesus didn't react with a need to control. He didn't try to participate in controlling this sinful woman. And he didn't join the desires of controlling punishment. He chose love, not condemnation, freedom, and not control.
I can see it now, though it's just out of reach. And if you give me your hand, I'll help you to your feet. And I know you'll make it home. See you standing there, off in the distance. Come home, come home. God, you told us you're present, even when we can't see you.
To be clear, art will not solve the pressing issues of our time. It will not somehow make uncertainty turn into certainty. We still need to show up. We need to show up to vote. We need to still show up to work together for justice and love and compassion and care. We still need to show up to oppose violence and hatred and greed. Art is not real, it is an invention. And art points to truth. Art tilts the world so we can see the party and not merely the political parties. It is not faith, but it helps us seek faith when it can feel so hard to find. Artists and art making are essential to our humanness, to our continual seeking of connection with each other and with God. So seek out the poets and the musicians, the storytellers and the painters, the sculptors and the writers. Allow yourself to sit in the uncertainty and participate in their attempts at truth that are offered to us. Find the artist in yourself and participate in the tilting of the world. Art is not meant to exist forever or to speak to all people at all times. Sometimes it goes away and joins the chorus of uncertain things. Yet our actions do matter and create lasting effects. Like Jesus' drawings in the soil, art is temporary and often lost after creation. But actions, like releasing the woman from fear and control, have lasted for millennia. Art is not real, but the actions it inspires are.
Because some things you just gotta feel. Like the very first time you held your favorite toy. Remember, this our Jesus party demands we show up as children. And our type of play may not erase the reality of our divided states, but it may change the type of tears that stroll down the child's face. And that's the type of party we need today anyway.
Friends, seek art. Act in love. Practice justice and show up. May we make it so together.